Welcome to Joji Cards. Right, in this video, we're going to go through why you don't need pre-screens on your cards, yeah? We're going to go through why you don't need pre-screens. Right, now, some people obviously send their cards to third party and they say, I need pre-screens to see if I missed anything, yeah? Or, you know, the genuine collector who's never graded before might say, I need pre-screens because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, yeah? Right, so we got a couple of cards. We'll go through the cards. We've got a Glittering Demonitan from a deck. We've got a Gladion, which is a nice, cool holo. We got Mr. Stoner, right? We got a Charmander. These are all in different condition, yeah? So we got a Charmander from Shadowless. We got this guy sent me a free card. I forgot to message him on eBay, but thanks for that, yeah? And then we got Empoleon, right? We got a Fort Lace. We got a Venusaur, which is a Shadowless. I recently picked this up off eBay, right, for, yeah, you'll see the sale if you go on there, right? And then we got a Hidden Fates card, right? Why you don't need pre-screens, right, okay. I'll show you how to look at your cards, truly and properly, right? Here we go, first one, right, Glittering Demonitan. Well, bam, right, well, bam, right, here we go. Surface on the back, yeah. Surface, brilliant, right? No dents, no indents, no scratches, nothing. Right. So then you check the corners. Right. So the corners, this one has got, it looks like it's got a slight, you know, it's been cut. You see that? That's like whitening, right? You see that? That's like whitening, right? So you've got corner, right? So this card is centered quite well, yeah, probably 50-55 maybe, yeah, looks a bit up from the bottom, right? So I would say this card would be a 9 due to that corner, right? You know, as that corner has got that bit of whitening on it, you seen it a minute ago when the camera focused on it, yeah, but there we go, right? So you know that this card on average would either come back a 9 or might even come back a 10, known PSA, right? The next card, this is a Gladion, right? So this is from like Guardians Rising. I bought this because I like the card, right? So you got this card is very nice on the front, right? Very nice on the front, nicely centered on the front, right? Now on the back, it is off center, yeah? This, yeah, is thicker than the bottom. So in my opinion, yeah, looking at this card, I would be like, that's a 9, yeah, right? So you obviously you look at the edges, yeah, you do look at the edges of your card as well. Mostly they're cut really well anyway. Most cards are cut really well, so usually I never check them when I send in. That's something I don't really look at. There's only very one time that I've missed something on the edges, right? So you look at your card. I don't know if there's a, I don't know if that's a slight indentation, probably something wrong with the surface, yeah, maybe. It's like a scratch. Here's a scratch there, yeah? Here's a scratch. You see that? There's a scratch. It actually runs through the board, right? Or this little way that, you know where the little moon is on the O? Yeah, there's a scratch there. There's a really small scratch there. You see it? Right there. That's a small scratch. So in my opinion, this would be a 9, yeah? Because I do not believe that scratch will bring it down to full grade with the centering being off, you know? The centering being off on the back. So I would say this, your scenario, it's either going to come back a 9 or a 10. But that's if it gets missed, you see. Some people can sometimes miss this stuff because they might be rushing, yeah? Or they might not be looking at your cards correctly. Just look at this PSA 10, yeah? Right? Yeah. That's clearly a 10, right? So what you've got to look at is if this is getting through as a 10, then how do you know that them two cards aren't going to come back a 10? Right. You don't need for someone to look at your cards and say, oh, this would be this. Because sometimes they'll be wrong. So why would you pay for a service that is promoting pre-grades when you don't need pre-grades? You can look at your own card and determine, you know, the only person you should be paying is the grading company that are grading your cards, right? That's the only people you should be paying. Alright. So we've got here, Mr. Stoner. We're calling this Mr. Stoner. That's what my mate said, yeah? Mr. Stoner. Right, as you can see, this card is very flawless. It's got a slight print line. Yeah, very there. You see that? Now, most people will probably go, oh, what? You seen that there? Nice little print line. Now, it's very, very small. It's very, very small. Right, very, very small. Now, if you look at this card, you know, we're same again. We've got a flawless back. Yeah, right. Then we've got this is the cut. Yeah. So the edges on this, you can see there's a slight bit of paper coming off the edges. Yeah. Now, I don't know if that detracts from the grade. I've sent many cards in that have had a whole piece of paper coming off the top, and it like an extra piece of card, and it never come back lower. So, in my opinion, I don't think it detracts from the grade. Now, to be honest, on this card, it's got a slight white ding on the corner there, right? Yeah, a slight white ding, yeah? So, I would say this one's going to come back a 9, yeah? Now, the centering is good on this card, right? You see, the centering's good on this card, right? Bam. So, your worst case scenario that this card's going to come back is the lowest. It's probably going to be a 9, yeah? It might come back a 10, right? Now, another one. Shadowless Charmander, right? I've got a few of these graded. I've got a few of these at PSA. Obviously, I bought a few more, right? We've got this one is clearly an OC card. So, as you can see, the centering is very thin, or at the bottom, and it's thicker here. It's thicker at the bottom, thin at the top, yeah? So this, to me, would qualify as an OC grade, yeah? The centering is off, right? So, as you can see on the back, we'll go over the back surface, yeah? The back surface is quite nice. Right, we'll go over the front surface. Obviously, there's no, like, hard scratches, no nothing like that, right? This is the back of the card. So, you can see that on the back of this card, there is whitening, right? So, I would say the worst case scenario this card's going to be is probably a 6, yeah? Now, the reason why I say a 6 is because I have a 7 of this card, slightly the same. It's virtually the same as this card, right? So, if I wanted to go worse, I would say a 5 or a 6, just because they're going to dock that centre in a point, yeah? That's going to knock a point clean off, yeah? And obviously, it would qualify as OC. So, if that back of this card was perfect, yeah, and the centering was off, it would be 9 with an off-center grade, because the centering's only the thing. The centering is the only thing pulling it down from being a 10, right? That's why it would get the 9 OC or an 8 OC, or a 5 OC. To be honest, I know I've not seen PSA doing like 5 OC cards, and it's like, I don't care if the card's stupidly off-center. You should be labeling it with an OC grade, because it's clearly the centering is bringing down the grade more. So this is what you should be showing to people, the reason why. So this guy sent me this card for free as he messed up my order after I reached out to him. And I was like, you know what? I never got around to buying this card, and I think it's pretty cool. Right? I don't mind it's in Japanese, because obviously I like to grade cards. I don't play with them. I stick them in a case. So I would say, now if you look on this corner, you can spot it straight away. There's like a little bit sticking up. Yeah? There's there. Right there, right, that's like a little, it's like a little extra spot, yeah? It looks white to me on the camera, yeah? And the back is pretty flawless, and then there's a little spot here. There's a little spot right there. See, if you see it, use a good light, you can look at your cards. Worst case scenario, I believe that this card will come back a 9, yeah? Now, I will grade this probably with, like, CGC, maybe. I'll probably send it to them, right? So I reckon you could even get a 9.5 out of it. Could even get a 9.5. You don't know, I don't know. The worst case scenario is going to be a 9. Yeah, I believe a 9. Right. So here we have another one. So this is another one. I picked this one up off eBay the other day. Right. It's not the best of cards. I would say that someone is looking right now. You see the scratches? You see the scratches? Yeah, it's got scratches on it. So this card has got scratches on it. Right. Now, if you look at the card as well, the card is slightly off-center, right? But is it enough to pull down the grade? I believe cards with a 50-50 centering should only be a 10, yeah? If it's out of them parameters, it's not a 10. It's simple as that. That's what I believe, yeah? Right, there's not a 50-50 centering. So, this card, it's quite good condition on the back, right? I would say the worst case scenario, I would say this card is going to be an 8 or a 9. The reason why it's going to be an 8 or a 9 is because The scratchers are obviously going to bring that grade down. Yeah, the scratchers are going to bring the grade down. Now, obviously, multiple people will look at the card when it's getting graded, or, you know, in the case of CGC, they might use a machine. You know, PSA will probably go through 1 or 2 people, so they'll look at it, and one of them will shout a grade until they agree on whatever they want to put it at. Yeah, so for example, I would reckon the worst case scenario of this card would be an 8, and it might come back a 9. But it's not going to be a 10, yeah? But we're not bothered. So we've got a Fort Lace here. This is a revised Magic card. Right, this is a revised Magic card. I do really like this card, right? So if you look at the surface, it has got indentions. Dun 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 dun. So an indentions means like a 5 or a 6 surface, yeah? Right, because it's got indentions on it. Right, now like someone like me would grade this card because I don't care. I want it for my personal collection. And if I drop it, yeah, it's not going to get bent like another book I rolled over with my chair the other day, right? And ran lines through it like this. 2 lines through it, yeah? Because I was being careless and I dropped it on the floor, yeah? And I obviously ran it over. Now, as you can see, this card's got whitening on it, right? All the way down to the bottom. It's got whitening on this bottom corner. Now, we're going to say the whitening's going to bring down the grade, yeah? Whitening's going to bring down the grade. So if it didn't have the indentions on it, I'd reckon you're probably looking at like a 7, yeah? Now, because you got indentions on it, I reckon you may be looking a 5 or lower, yeah? So maybe a 4.5, yeah? I reckon, let's say CGC terms, I reckon 4.5, yeah? It's a nice looking card. You know, the front of the card looks nice. It's not bad. The centering's nice. Yeah, it's not too off. It is a little bit off. Don't get me wrong. So I would say maybe a 4. Yeah. So if I graded this with PSA or something, I'd expect a grade 4. Yeah. Now, you know, maybe if I grade all these cards with one company, you can go back to this video and, you know, I can maybe show the grades of these cards and I'll say, you know what, this is what they come back at. So how far was off? Right, Shadowless Venusaur. Pick this up off eBay. Nice big card. Nice card to add to the stack of items, yeah. So obviously this is the surface of the card. The surface is not too bad. This is probably just like grease, something on the card. You know, it just looks just like the colouring or something, yeah. So we've got a scratch. So the scratch is going to bring down the card. The centering is also off, if you haven't noticed that. It's off-centered there, and it's all off-centered top to bottom, right? So in belief in this card is off-center. So it's actually shifted up like that, right? So this card has whitening on the back, right? Has whitening on the back, right? So we have a little thing in the card here, which is like, this looks like a little bend in the card, right? So this is going to be a low-graded card, right? It's going to be a low-graded card. Now, when you look at the card this way, it don't look like there's a bend in it, right? You see how that little bit looks sticking up? Like it's an indentation. You know what that's from? That's from a binder ring. That's from a binder. You know when this card's been in a binder, and it's probably been on this side of the binder, closest to the inside, which it's number 15. So you would say 3. Yeah, it might be about to be 3, 6, 9. Yeah, and then on the other side, it depends how it's been put in. It depends how it's been put in. But that to me looks like a binder ding. Yeah, like where a binder maybe has hit the card or something. Yeah, there. So I would say this card is probably maybe a 3, a 2.5, maybe a 4. You know, anywhere between them grades. Yeah. If it came back any higher than that, like it came back a 5, I'd be more than happy with the card. So you've got to understand, what are you actually grading this stuff for? Yeah, right. You know, this is like a personal card. So then again, I don't care. If I was flipping it to sell it, right, and make money on it, you know, then I'd obviously want it a little bit higher. But then again, a card that's going to be stupidly high priced, you know, it's going to be hard to move. You've got to understand that. It's going to be hard to move, yeah? Not many people have got thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds just to drop on cards, yeah? So we got hidden fates here. The culprit, the set and the culprit for actually clogging PSA system, yeah? So I haven't looked at many of these cards personally, yeah? I just like this Pokemon, yeah? I like this Pokemon. Now, This has got like foiling that goes across his eyes, yeah? But I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be on this holo. So I'm going to take this as this is how it's supposed to be, yeah? Right? Centering, it's not too bad. It's a slightly bit off, yeah? Slightly, real small, yeah? Probably like 50-55, yeah? Right? Which obviously PSA probably won't dock that if you was to send it to them, right? The back of this card is quite flawless, so I would say this card is going to be a 9 or a 10 at best, yeah? So why do you need to pre-grade your cards when you can look at the card yourself and you can determine if you actually sit there for a good, you know, good analysis, good 15 minutes or whatever this video is, yeah? It's a good 15 minutes long, but you do not need to pay for pre-screens. You really don't. You really don't. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.